Okay.
One day the boss, Big Tony Bazzano, thought maybe the old man's age made him vulnerable to prosecution. Ordered his son, Little Tony, to kill Francis. Kid fucked it up. Francis ran, became a federal informant at the time for protective custody. Could have turned my career around. If only I'd listened. I didn't. He was processed out, and he lost the only protection he had. The protection that he was promised when he testified against Big Tony. And this time, Little Tony got it right. He had Francis in a couple hours. Down in a filthy basement in the Bronx, nailed to a chair. Tortured to death. So I volunteered for a joint task force. Sat outside the Ravenite in a surveillance van for months, hoping to get a shred of evidence to use against Francis's killers.
Wait! Gotta pull it in!
I went in there hoping I could ease my guilt. And I met our accountant. Why he let me live, I didn't know. But he changed my life. Gave my notice at the department. Started looking forward to the day again. You know, feeling the sun on my face. Quit drinking. Was on my way out the door. And then the phone rang. Ricky? Never forget that voice.
Do you like puzzles, Raymond King?
She tells me she works for the accountant. And that a shipping container packed with Chinese nationals is passing through the port of New York. A few months later, 1 ton of uncut Juarez cartel product is in Miami.
All those cases you put together.
Smoke and mirrors.
Probably asleep, and that's why. And then you get up and you go to work, and you're just like,
So who is he?
out of it. Yeah.
Accountant.
Prisoner 831, Fort Leavenworth, maximum security.
Military prison. James and
Army lended to us to track down the money launderers. He was transferred from Leavenworth to our detention center in D.C. Did the work of 5 men. Data mining, cluster analysis. He roomed with Francis. They kept to themselves, played chess, ate together, sat in the TV room together. They were inseparable. And then one day a guard told Wolf why Francis hadn't called or written since he got out. His burnt body had been found in a Staten Island landfill.
No. He still thinks that. You guys are going to the thing tomorrow. You know what you're doing. You guys are telling him. What the fuck's that?
Oh, it's probably one of those.
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. A nuclear attack was commenced against the United States. 15 nuclear bombs have detonated in several areas across the country. They include Baltimore, Boston, Chicago, Denver, Detroit, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, New York, Pennsylvania, Portland, Maine, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, San Diego, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. At this time, all residents within a 400-mile radius of these areas should seek a fallout shelter. Fallout is a product of nuclear attacks. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in certain death. If there is a nearby location that has been designated as a fallout shelter, go there now. Otherwise, seek shelter in the interior part of a strong building on the lowest floor. Make sure you have food, water, and a battery-powered radio with you. Do not exit the fallout shelter until the all clear has been given. Tune to a station that is serving your area for more information. The President will be speaking on all stations shortly. Stand by for this message.
Fucking, what's that? Fucking call this fucking bluff right there.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular program at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air, providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WPIX. We will continue to serve the New York City area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information.
Just walk the prank.
I've given up trying to figure out when I'll get a call. Goodbye, though.
And it's all on this, guys. It's all on this. Carmen, you okay? You alright now?
She's crying.
Stepped on my nose.
We were all betting to see if Carmen was gonna cry or not.
She's crying.
That was a good